Here working late tonight. It is 8:53, April the 21st. My 21st day of becoming an owner operator. I want to talk to you guys about how everything going, give you today's update. I got a lot that I want to spit out to you in a few little minutes that the truck gonna be on the tipper. Let me get a little sip of my tea right here real quick. Nothing like some warm tea. So look, man, yesterday, 420, I think the last video I did was on the 19th. Yesterday was good. This week has been good. It's Wednesday today. Monday I ran 2 loads. Tuesday I got on 3 loads. Get back here last night, pull up right down here, about to back up on the tipper. As soon as I pull up, I notice my voltage gauge is down on the truck. And then about 30 seconds later, my low battery light started flashing. I'm like, damn, what's going on? So I'm thinking, I don't want to back up on the tipper, because to tip, I got to cut my truck off. I don't want to cut the truck off, because I'm thinking based on what the voltage gauge says, I'm probably not going to be able to get the truck back on. So I'm luckily right down the street from my house. Hint, hint, one little thing I love about being local, about being close by to stuff. I'm pretty much always close by stuff. But anyway, leave here, go get the truck in the yard. And it's late, you know, because I ran 3 yesterday. So it was probably about this time, actually. I was about to do yesterday's video. I was preparing to do it, right? Back up on the tipper. So, but anyway, got to messing with the truck this morning. Let me put this in here real quick. Got to messing around with the truck this morning. And looked in the battery box, looked at the cables and all that good stuff. Checked it over good, so I thought. And based on what the truck was doing, I don't have a bunch of tools. You guys that follow me know I'm not really mechanically inclined, but I changed the alternator, okay? And I'm super duper excited about that. I changed out my own alternator, right? And the alternator, you guys are the vets, you probably like, ain't no big deal. The alternator ain't no big deal, but still, man, I don't turn a wrench like that. I don't know about cars. I don't know about these trucks. So, but I mean, it was simple. Got the alternator switched out, and after I got it switched out, I went to start the truck. It still didn't start. Put it on the jumper cables, jumped it for a while, 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever. It still didn't start. Looked back in the battery box and realized that I had a battery cable that was broken right where it connects to the terminal, right where the little ring is that connects to the terminal. The battery cable was broken. I'm like, how did I overlook that? So I'm not 100% sure whether I replaced my alternator for nothing or not. By the time I got home last night, all of my lights on the truck were dim. So I'm hearing 2 things on that. I'm hearing that the battery cable won't cause the lights to go dim, the battery cable being broken. But I'm also hearing that, you know, the battery cable, the truck runs off the computer, and the computer runs off of the battery. So if the batteries aren't charging right, then that could throw the computer off, and that could make stuff read funny. So not 100% sure if I changed the alternator for nothing or not. I may have. I called up to the international place. It was $355. Found it down here in West Point for only $217. And I got the battery cable switched out as well. So, but I think it needed a new alternator based on kind of my little bit of knowledge of cars and how they work and engines and how they work. So I'm super duper excited about that, man. I fixed my own truck. I'm excited about that, man. So, and after I got it done, I went ahead and went to work. I'm like, I'm going to work today. I didn't drop my load last night because when I pulled up in here, saw I had that issue, I didn't even drop the load. So after I got the truck running, I said, well, I'm gonna go up and drop this load real quick, and I'll decide then if I want to, you know, go ahead and run today or not. And it started raining, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna go out today. And soon as I backed up on the tipper today, it stopped raining. So I'm like, okay, cool, man. This is one of, you know, how something happened and you're like, well, that's convenient that it happened that way. I'm like, it's a beautiful day, man. I'm gonna go ahead and run today. So I went ahead and went and got me a load today. And after all that happened, we're working on the alternator. And I'm back now dropping my load, and you know, tomorrow's gonna be pretty much a regular day. You know, I was thinking as I was going down the road today, man, just to kind of piggyback on a little bit of what I talked about in the last video, whether I'm enjoying being an owner operator. I was listening at a video today as I was going down the road, and the lady was talking about all the stuff that's going on in the world today. She was making a point, but she was talking about all of this stuff, and everything she was talking about was true. All of this crazy stuff, all this weird stuff, and interesting stuff that, you know, is not in the headlines, that's going on in the world. And as I was going down the road, man, I couldn't help but to think, like, I'm in my own truck. And, you know, anybody that's out here putting miles on the road will probably identify with this. But I just kind of felt insulated from all of that, from all of the craziness and the madness of the world. I know I'm not. Everything is connected, but man, talk about, you know, enjoying the journey. Now, I think I'm falling in love. I can definitely see how somebody can fall in love with going out and getting on the road, man. Definitely. You know, I'm local, I'm in state, but I do 450 miles, 500 miles a day, every single day. So I put a good amount of miles on the truck. But I mean, I would imagine that anybody that's out putting miles on a truck, man, and I don't know about you guys, I really enjoy driving at night. I really enjoy driving at night. I don't like necessarily being out on late nights, like tonight, no big deal, because I started late. But like first thing in the morning when I'm going out, you know, 3:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning, and it's dark out, and it's not a lot of traffic on the road, and I got my music going, or I got nothing going, I'm just listening to the sound of the ISX, humming along at 1450 RPMs, man. That's the RPMs my motor love to turn at. It just hums at that RPM, man. And again, anybody that's out here on the road putting miles down on a regular basis probably identify with exactly what I'm talking about. And as she was going through that and all that video, after I finished watching the video, you know, I'm just riding in the road, man. I'm just riding in the road, chilling, you know, just on the journey, just in my own truck. You know, after I had the issue today, I got in my truck, I went to work, I had the choice not to go to work if I didn't want to. And once I get in the truck, I'm in my own world. I'm not dealing with a lot of people, you know, because I'm owner-operator now. I'm not dealing with, you know, a boss or anybody over my back or phones ringing. You know, if you're one of those people that's looking at trucking to maybe come into the industry, you know, like I said, I own my own truck now, so some of the stuff that I say is going to be specific to, you know, a person that owns their truck. But like, just even if you're just a driver, you know, if you work in a building all day, inside of a building, and you're looking at coming into trucking because maybe you're not satisfied with what you're doing now, or maybe, you know, you just want to do something different or whatever, you know, not all truckers, I'm not out here killing the game with how much money I'm making as an owner-operator, and I wasn't as a driver all the years that I did that either. But it's just like, man, I can't, right at this point, like, I can't think of, I love sales. You know I love sales. Sales is the girlfriend that I will compare every other woman and every other girl in my life to, right? If you get what I'm saying. But other than that, man, if I wasn't going to be doing sales, I can't think of nothing else. I'm sure there's some other things out there I would want to be doing, but I can't think of nothing else that I would rather be doing right now the way things are in the world. Like, I'm in my own world. Park my truck in my yard, away from people. Well, not my yard, but a family member's yard. Work on my truck in my yard. Get in the truck in the morning or whenever I decide to get into it. And it's just it's really cool. It really is. Like I said, if you work inside of a building, and I'm trying to think of something else maybe, but trucking, I'm enjoying the journey. I really am. And like I said, if you're looking at it to come into it, just being able to get out on the road and just get away from all of the madness, all of the stuff that comes with a regular job, being told what to do, somebody looking over your shoulders. Again, some of that might apply to people that are company drivers, but you know, yeah, I would rather do that other than be at some of the stuff that people are doing nowadays. No, you know, not want to insult anybody, man. So definitely enjoying the journey. Like I said, I'm falling in love. I really am falling in love, man. Absolutely. So, oh, and one more thing before I go, man. I got to shout out a viewer because my truck is off the tipper. I'm ready to get up out of here. Tony Great. My man, Tony Great. I appreciate your comment on my last video on day 19. Am I enjoying being an owner-operator? If you want to see his comment, look at that video. Tony Great, I love that comment, man. You know, I just set up my LLC just a few weeks ago, and I believe I got 75 days to elect to do the S Corp, to get taxed as an S Corp. And I've been considering doing that. I got a few questions from my tax guy, and I haven't been able to get in touch or get in front of him yet to ask him those questions. He's just busy this time of year. But you know, some of what you're saying right here definitely you know, you're giving me some stuff to think about. It's like I already said in this video, I spent 4 or 5 hours, 3 or 4 hours a day working on the truck. You know, and that's something that I hadn't even factored in. Some of the stuff that you're talking about right here in this comment, man. So much love. I appreciate the comment. You definitely got me thinking and considering. I might not even need to switch to an S Corp. Need to switch to get taxed as an S Corp this year. I might just be able to leave it like I got it right now. So, you know, again, this is something I need to take up with my my tax guy. But I'm definitely going to take what you said into consideration. So, bro, I appreciate you. But hey, look, this is day 21. We're loving it. Everything is going good. I plan on getting started early in the morning. Plan on dropping 3 in the morning. Talk to the guy that dispatches us over here. He gave me another place that I can go to for this week that stays open until 8 o'clock and opens at 6. So, and it's only an hour and a half away. I can get down there 3 times a day, 4 if I want to. So we rolling first thing in the morning. I'll see you guys on the next video.